Ahead of the polls for the New York primary elections, here in the southern tier, there are two unique elections that will be on the ballot for some voters. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp now joins us live from the U.S. Capitol with more. Rachel.
Well, Mike, in parts of western New York and in the southern tier, some voters will look at two congressional elections. The first is a special election, and the second is a Republican primary election.
Well, both races are important because this is a sitting member of the House of Representatives, and they certainly have work to do. And of course, one of the big parts of what the House does during the fall part of the term is they usually consider the budget. That's the money. And certainly you want somebody there who can bring things home for the district, or at least make sure it's not going somewhere else instead of the 23rd.
After Republican Representative Tom Reed resigned from his House seat a few months ago for a job in the private sector, voters will choose either Joseph Sempolinski, who is running on the Conservative and Republican ballot, or Max Delapia on the Democratic and Working Families ballot to fill that seat for the next few months. And for Republicans, they'll have another congressional race. Nick Langworthy and Carl Palladino are going head-to-head to secure the Republican nomination for November's elections. Political analysts we spoke with say it's tough to tell who will come out on top for this Republican primary election because they haven't seen any real reliable polling for this race.
It really is going to come down to, in a special election and in a primary election in the middle of August, who can really turn out their voters in the heat of summer and convince them that now is the time to go vote, even though they're not used to voting at that time.
The winner of that Republican primary will face Democrat Max Delapia in November for that two-year congressional House seat. Now, according to some political scientists, some polls show that the Republicans have a 12-point lead for November's elections, meaning that they predict that Republicans will hold on to the seat. Mike, back to you.